Hi, this is Deanna from Porch Music Store, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about your vocal health. So the number one thing is your vocal cords, also known as vocal folds if you're a singer, they are multiple layers of tissues. If you think about it, it makes sense because your voice is in your body. So those tissues need moisture, they need hydration. So the number one thing that I'm going to tell you is to drink plenty of fluids. Water is definitely the best. If you are not an avid water drinker, you can add things like lemon juice or actual slices of lemon, different fruits. I know they have diffusing water bottles, so you can just pack that little diffuser with all different types of fruits. Let it sit and your water will have a nice little fruity flavor. Fresh mint is also another thing you can add to water to get more in you. Another thing is if you do have a slight sore throat, herbal teas are actually the best to drink to help soothe your throat. A lot of tea has caffeine in it, and caffeine actually dehydrates. So you don't want to drink a whole lot of it, especially if you're not feeling well, because that can add to the discomfort that you're feeling already. If you're a vocalist, if you're feeling ill and you have a little bit of a sore throat, rest your throat, rest your voice. Don't push it. Drink lots of water, hot tea, maybe add some honey, because honey actually coats your throat and it makes it for an easier, so your vocal folds, they vibrate together and they hit each other when you're actually phonating. So to help ease that, if you coat your throat with either honey, or they do make a throat coat tea. I think it tastes delicious. I honestly can't remember because it's been so long since I've had it. But anything that's herbally, kind of all natural, soothing are things that you should do for a sore throat. If you are not a singer, this still applies to you because your voice is probably the way that you make your money. It's what you do for your living. Things that you can do if you're a public speaker, again, drink lots of water. Make sure that if you are speaking, that especially if you get nervous, take a nice deep breath or a few of them to calm yourself, and use the support of your airways to get your vocalizations out. This will help you not only be confident in whatever it is you're doing, but also it helps you protect your voice. What can happen if you don't protect them is more than likely vocal nodules. They're kind of like little calluses. They're a growth that happen on your vocal fold. They can be very painful. They can be a nuisance. Sometimes you may have to have surgery to correct it. But most often you're just told not to talk for like a month. So if you can rest your voice, and preventative is the best. If you are sick and you need a cough drop, I would recommend an herbal-based one rather than ones that have the menthol in them. As soothing as they are for your sinuses and how much they open them up, it's actually very bad for your vocal cords. So if you have another option, I would go with the more all-natural or at least herbal side of the cough drops. Certain medicines that we take actually dry our everything out in this case. So like certain allergy medicines, that has a drying effect. That's what we take them for, to help dry up all of the ookies that we have. And with that, we want to take in more water. Another thing to watch out for, and I call mine the triple A, it's the trifecta, because not only do I have allergies, I also have asthma And I have acid reflux. So coughing and clearing your throat are really bad. Whispering is really bad for your vocal cords. So if you have to cough, I know it sounds strange because it seems like such an involuntary thing that we do, but if you have to cough, try to do it softly. I'm obviously not going to do an example for you because that would go against everything I'm telling you right now. If you need to clear your throat, something that I learned through my own speech therapy was to do a hard swallow. So I just kind of did one right now. I don't know if you can hear or see it. I have to think about it when I do it. But you just, so like we get phlegm and things on our vocal cords. We have to clear them off. You don't want to actually do the noise, the sound. You want to just kind of, almost like you're pushing it down with your throat muscles. So just like a hard swallow. It sounds weird. I thought it was weird as well, but my speech therapist told it to me and I've been better since then. And that was many years ago. Other things, especially if you're a singer or an actor, this applies to both, because sometimes in character acting, we change our voices. We make them either higher or lower, or we talk with the different accents, or, we just put some kind of different nuance into our voice. You want to make sure that you're supporting with, most people say the diaphragm, but really you want to feel that support clear down in your pelvic muscles, because that's your floor. It's called the pelvic floor. Especially for vocalists, that's where you really want that support to come from, because it just lifts everything and you're able to sing at like your best. But it applies to actors as well. You want to have that big support here, kind of want to feel like you're pushing out. We all know the balloon, feel like you're filling the balloon and keep it full. But that's the idea, and it helps. It does. So if you're into voice acting, or if you're an actor, singer, this all applies to you. Same thing with public speaking, or even doing recordings. Sometimes you feel nervous, you talk a lot, you may ramble like I sometimes do. But if you have that breath support, it'll help you kind of calm yourself, and then you have the ability to continue on with your speech or whatever it is you're doing. So those are just some things you should and shouldn't do. Be very aware of what your body is telling you. We often forget that until it's too late. We have tons of muscles and cartilage around our vocal cords. And when they're tired, that puts a strain on your vocal cords, which can damage your voice. So some things you can do in that aspect is funny stretches. So like opening your mouth real wide actually helps with the stretch here in the back. Obviously, doing the side-to-side stretching. If you're doing yoga would definitely help loosen up your tight neck and shoulders. Chiropractor, things like that. But you want to just kind of like massage. I do this a lot with my voice students when we kind of sense tension in the jaw. Shoulders, that one you kind of do like the shoulder rolls. That even feels good right now for me. But things like that, and just be very aware of what your body is trying to tell you. And as long as you take care of it, your vocal health should be pretty good. So that's it for me for vocal health. Thank you, and I hope you have a fabulous day.